making sure we kept the important things of that. And, Kellen's done a good job of installing his offense, what he wants, what he thinks is going to be beneficial for us. I think the coaches have done a good job of teaching it, regrouping it so it makes sense for all of us. But anytime you put in a new offense, there's going to be a little bit of learning curves with different verbiage. Stuff meant something different than it did now. So you work through those things. But as we go throughout the phase 2 and phase 3, when we started doing walkthroughs and stuff, the first couple times hearing formations, plays, it gets a little tough. But after you hear it a couple times, it smooths itself out, and it kind of becomes second nature. You just start to relearn it and go out there and start playing fast again.
Most about tight ends specifically in the role of offense?
Yeah, there's definitely different stuff for us. Obviously, we're moving around trying to get tells with the defense. Getting into those quick throws to the tight ends has probably been one of my favorite things that we added into it. I think those can be beneficial for the tight ends and the whole team as a general. So that's probably what I'd have to say.
What kind of things did you do to kind of get ready for this season? I know, like, the last 2 years, obviously you had the injuries, freak injuries and stuff like that, but was there anything different you did this offseason to get ready?
Yeah, not really. This offseason, I had to spend time trying to get my arm right. It wasn't 100% at the end of the season, so I gave that time to rest. And then, just came into this OTA phase ready to work, ready to learn, ready to, take all the coaching points I can get. And then, I'm going to really focus on everything that I learned, everything that the coaches tell me, everything they want me to improve on, work on. And, once we close from OTAs, our mandatory minicamp now, spend my summer, like AJ says, just pick one thing a day and work on that and just try to slowly improve 1% each day of a different thing that coaches give me to work on.
Dallas, I'm not sure if you heard BG at the very end there when we asked about the new schedule and at least that suggestion or report. How do you feel about it? Have you read that? Have you seen it? And how would you feel about it?
Yeah, I've looked at it a little bit, and it's kind of one of those things where I can see both sides of it. I can see the positives of both. My one thing is you come in here, you do all this football stuff, you get in shape, and then we have a month and a half off, and it's why do we get in such good shape now? We got to stay in shape for the next month and a half where I see a benefit of a wrap-up period. But like BG said, it's nice, that give us a lot of time off before the June or July where we'd come back. So it is nice to have a little bit of structure in between the seasons, coming into OTAs now. And I think it's really important as a team to be able to grow and connect in this period where I feel like if we just come back in July, even though it's supposed to be a ramp-up period, when you get back and you don't have a break before the season, the fun and games kind of go away and it's just all seriousness because, the season is so close at that point.
So what do you notice out of Jalen to this point, and maybe how the end of last season has shaped?
Yeah, I think Jalen's been doing an incredible job this offseason. Same thing as the rest of us. He's open. He's a sponge. He's trying to learn everything he can, and you can see him transitioning from the meeting rooms to the field. Whether it's a correction, whether it's an install, something like that. He's not a guy that wants to make the same mistake twice. So he's out there. He's making sure he gets better every single play, and that just helps elevate the rest of the team. Because if he doesn't want any mistakes, that just puts more pressure on us, making sure we're in the right spot at the right time. So I think he's been doing a great job making sure that everybody gets on the same page and everybody knows what they're doing, so the stuff that happened last year doesn't happen again.
Has there been anything that's happening away from the facility, or just so that you guys can build a new culture for this team?
Yeah, I'd say probably the biggest thing that we've been doing this year is getting out golfing with a lot of people. Saquon's been really big into it, and it seems like once a week we get a group of 10, 15, 20 guys that go out there and are playing together, and that's just a great time of you can make fun of other people's swings. You can sit in a cart. You're there outside for 4 hours. Try not to be on your phone. And it's just a great time to, learn a little bit more about your teammate and, do something that's fun and a little bit of you can challenge and compete doing it as well.
Dallas, going into year 7 for you, what's the next step for you as a player?
Just continue to try to make this team as good as I can. And, want to make a run. That's the most important thing. It starts one day at a time. But for me, winning is the most important thing. The personal accolades are something that, everybody wants, but they don't mean as much to me. We got a really special team. So whatever I can do to help everybody on our team, we might have to throw it to AJ and Schmitty 150 times each, and that's good with me as long as we're winning.
Two more guys.
The spring that Camaraderie is having, what has stood out to you about Grant?
Yeah, I think Grant's been having a great spring. He came ready. He looks smooth. It's just kind of one of that steps. As he's going into his third year. He hasn't played a ton of football, but throughout last year and the year before, he gets mixed in here and there. And I think this year, without Jack being here, he's getting more reps on offense. He's getting more routes. He's looking really good. So it's something that I hope he continues to grow on, and I hope in camp that he comes back looking just like this, so we can get more 2 tight ends on the field and have a strong push that way.
All right.